Do you remember the story I ran like 2 days ago about Antonio Griezmann links to Man United? Fabrizio Romano has come out and given us a very huge hint about this story that has been making rounds all over social media. Welcome to the United Matters channel. Fabrizio Romano extending his studs again to Antoine and what he thinks about him at the club of Man United and what the situation is in between him and Erik ten Hag for his limited playing time at the club of Manchester United. And lastly, Edwin van der Sar has a message for Ben Dayer. Ben Dayer having gone ahead to obviously issue a statement that Edwin van der Sar is really one of his best goalkeepers and he has been looking at him and he cannot wait to obviously have a look at him. And Edwin van der Sar has come out and obviously reacted to that. All that and more into this juicy video that you're obviously going to do today. So we thank God for the gift of life. It's chilly and rainy in my country. I don't know what kind of climate you're living in right now, but I can confirm to you that all is in the hands of God and Allah to obviously lead us through this weather. Whether it's obviously flooding your home, already making you feel uncomfortable, Allah or God will obviously give you the way. But I want to let you know that this channel is really growing. 16,000 subscribers and now we want to hit 17,000 subscribers. So guys, continue to subscribe, and by the end of today I want us to be having 16,100 subscribers. So let's continue to go into the lower right bottom corner, smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing it, hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified every time I upload a video onto this channel. Let's start off with Antonio Griezmann. A story was ran from Spain that United were obviously monitoring Antonio Griezmann, a player that have been linked to since 2016, 2018. He had gone ahead to agree to come to Man United. Guess what happened? Atletico Madrid was banned from really signing players, and that's what really led this transfer on to come to happening. Then he went to Barcelona, then he returned to Atletico Madrid. He has a buyout clause of 25 million euros. That is his buyout clause. So, what is Fabrizio Romano telling us about the stories linking Antonio Griezmann to the club of Manchester United? He's telling us that there is nothing between Man United and Anthony Griezmann, contrary to the rumors. Furthermore, the player wants to start Atletico Madrid where he feels very good and even turned down a huge offer from Saudi Arabia this summer. What a story that I'm getting, and I'm really excited. It's scintillating on my side. Why? The submission I put in through, as I obviously brought you that story that Antonio Griezmann is being linked to Man United, was all about me not wanting this transfer to obviously happen. And I told you that it had a Glazer hallmarks written all over it, and I wouldn't love that to happen. And thank God that a credible journalist known as Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead and obviously said this is not happening. Antonio Griezmann to Man United is not happening. And let me bring you up to speed. You know, this guy is 33 years of age. At the club of Man United, we don't need players like him. We need young players like Kvaratskhelia. You know him very well. You can talk about Jamal Musiala. You know, you can even look at other players like Eze, who plays for Crystal Palace, and he can come out at United and really do us a better job than any other player that Griezmann is being linked to the club of Man United. So I really find it very, very, very interesting that Fabrizio Romano has said there is no interest in Griezmann from Manchester United. It had gone ahead to worry me a lot because these kind of players can come in through and really give you one good season, and the next season they won't obviously bring you the best that you want as a team of Manchester United. And for Antonio Griezmann himself, if United wanted him, he cannot say no. That is it. He cannot say no. Rejecting Saudi Arabia is totally different from Man United, because Manchester United is competing in the Champions League and he still wants to be playing in Europe. So I think if at all United went in for him, he wouldn't have gone ahead to say no. No rejection coming in from him. But the beauty is that United is looking at a different structure of players altogether. Now, if you look at teams you're competing with, they don't sign these kind of players. You know, Pep Guardiola doesn't sign these kind of players. When you look at the players we're going to hit to sign this season, Vadio, Kovacic, 28 years of age. Vadio is 22. Then he brought in Jeremy Doku, I think he's 21, 22. Matthias Nunes, I think he's 23, 24 years. So you see, the average age of players he signs is below 25. So if we United are looking to go where Man City are, then we should be doing what Man City is doing. We should be doing what Arsenal is doing. Arsenal, for it's like they are told they shouldn't sign a player who is beyond 25 years of age. Declan Rice, 24. Julian Timber, 21. Which, apart from the goalkeeper, is 27. For the goalkeeper, 27 is like 20. Because he can be in the stages for the next 7 years. That is David Raya. And Kai Havertz is 24 years of age. So why don't we obviously go the Chelsea, Arsenal, Manchester City way or Liverpool way? We should be going that way, because that's the way to go. And if at all you want to win big, that's what you're supposed to be doing. That's what you're supposed to be doing in the development of the club of Man United. As you cannot do the same things and expect different results. We've been doing this, signing players who are really 30 years of age, and we're not going to hit, obviously, stability. And I wouldn't like to see United really sign a player of 30 years of age, because we will only need such players when they're the only ones we're left with, obviously feel like he's the missing piece to obviously complete the Erik Ten Hag jigsaw. But right now, no need for us to go out and really sign this 33-aged player. And I'm really excited that Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead and obviously cleared air onto the signing of this guy. And I'm 100% happy that this guy is really out of the way. Now, let's talk about Antoine Martial. He's another one that I gave you an update about in the morning. And guess what? Fabrizio Romano has come out and obviously given us a very huge hint about this guy. He has told us that Antoine Martial is another player fans have been keen to understand more about ahead of the January transfer window. And from what I'm told, he remains part of the rotation. He remained part of the rotation under Erik Ten Hag. He's not out of the project. Martial, like some other players at the United, remains on the same list. If they receive an important proposal, he could leave. Otherwise, they are happy to keep him as part of rotation. So, Antoine Martial hasn't shown any sign that he's unhappy at Man United, like he did when Rafragni came in through and obviously requested to really leave the club of Manchester United. That is Antoine Martial for you. And I would love to let you know that he looks like he's happy with Erik Ten Hag, because last season Erik Ten Hag gave him a chance, and when he gave him a chance, he misused it because he was an injury-prone player, and we all know that. So he has no one to blame. And all those excuses that Antoine Martial was giving, that I'm not getting enough playing time, I need to go elsewhere and play better, are not sounding enough. Because even when he went at Sevilla on loan, the injuries really disturbed his career there. He comes in at Man United, Ten Hag gives him the mantle to lead the line. He played very well, but obviously the problem was he was never available every time the team really needed him. Sorry about that. So, I think he's happy with how he's being treated, but the problem is his contract is running out next year, and they have to trigger his one-year contract. Is United going to treat him like they treated David De Gea? That is the big question, because for David De Gea, they never triggered his contract because he was earning a lot of money, and for Antoine Martial, he earns £250,000 a week. And can United trigger that contract and obviously to either obviously sell him and obviously get in more money? Huge question. And I'm always going to obviously tell you that all we need as a club of Man United is not to lose players like Antoine Martial, who are really young, and lose them on a free. That is really unacceptable, the club of Man United, and we shouldn't be really happy about it. We should be mourning about it and not even giving it green light. So, leaving that at that, let's go to the man called, what's the name? The man is called Bendayer. Now, Bendayer went ahead to put up a post, and he was conducting an interview down in Turkey, and they asked him on who is his role model, who he looks at. He said Edwin van der Sar, and he cannot wait to obviously meet him. And Edwin van der Sar has gone ahead to obviously reply to the Turkish goalkeeper who is playing at the club of Manchester United. He has told him that, hey, Atal, we'll see you soon in Manchester, and we will have a chat about goalkeeping, but my favorite is still Andre Onana, as you will know. So, Edwin van der Sar has to be proud of Andre Onana than Bendayer, because Andre Onana was taken to Ajax as a young goalkeeper, and it was all about Edwin van der Sar. You know, Edwin van der Sar trained him. He turned him into the player he is right now, and he has gone ahead to also acknowledge that it's this man that's gone ahead to obviously make me better and better and better. I wouldn't have been what I am if at all it was not Edwin van der Sar's effort. So Edwin van der Sar is also going to reciprocate the Andre Onana love by telling Bendayer that however much you've gone ahead and obviously told everyone that the guy that you are obviously looking at, I love Andre Onana. That is it. So guys, most of you have gone ahead to obviously ask yourselves that why is he saying that see you in Manchester? Is he part of the plan of the recruitment staff that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is willing to recruit at Man United? Because Sir Jim Ratcliffe has a plan, or had a plan with Qatari, that we should obviously get in people that played for Man United and recruit them to work for the club of Manchester United. That is the plan of Sir Jim Ratcliffe. So him saying that see you in Manchester soon has gone ahead to raise lots of indicators of certain people, and they are really in an ocean of questions onto whether this guy is hinting on coming to Man United and maybe being part of the team that is going to see United get back to those glory days. So that is it coming in from Edwin van der Sar. Remember, he's one of those that was rushed in the summer. He was rushed because he was rushed to hospital because of a clot, but he was really he underwent a surgery and he found himself get back to his life, and I think he's still in recovery mode. But him putting out such a reply, then it's very, very important. That shows that he's really good, and we thank God for the gift of life, of saving this guy, because he still has a lot to do in the game of football. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Tell me your thoughts about Griezmann to United transfer. Latest hint coming in from Fabrizio Romano, Antoine Martial being part of Eric Ten Hag, and lastly, what do you make about Edwin van der Sar snubbing Bendayer and obviously giving or fronting Andre Onana? The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum. I sign out. See you in the next 2 hours from now.